Saeed from Saudi?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Saeed.
Sheikh, I have a question about the immigration. What is the ruling on immigrating to non-Muslim countries? Like, for example, I belong to Pakistan, and there are so many tribulations, so many issues about jobs and other things. So, is it allowed for the job to go for non-Muslim countries or do hijrah, doing immigration? What is the ruling? What is the Quran and Sunnah for this?
Any more questions?
No, that's the question. Thank you.
Okay, I will answer you, Shah. Abdullah from Saudi.
Assalamu alaikum wa
Assalamu wa barakatuh. Yes, Abdullah.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Just I'm thinking about the migration from Islamic country to non-Islamic country. And at that country, I got some, Muslim friends. They gonna help me in terms of my religion. So if you ask me what's the reason to migrate to this country, because some, issue going on around me,
okay.
Families, problems, and something like this. Jazakallah khair.
Wa jazak akhi. So basically, the question of Brother Saeed and Brother Abdullah is the same. So what is the ruling on migrating or leaving the Muslim land to the non-Muslim lands? To answer this question, maybe if the question was asked like at the time of the Prophet ﷺ and afterwards, the answer would have been very easy and you would have no problem at all. When the question was asked at the time when Muslims had power and dignity and honor, the answer would have been found in a second. Now, due to the fact that the Muslims are weak, are vulnerable, are conquered by the disbelievers, both militarily, politically, financially, and mentally as well, you find the answer to be a little bit awkward. Akhi, it is not permissible for a Muslim to migrate to a non-Muslim country that does not rule with the ruling of Allah, where you are unable to practice as you want, where your children would be abused in an un-Islamic fashion, though they call it civilization or modernization, etc. So you cannot practice your religion. The least is, the Prophet says, order your children to pray when they're 7 and spank them when they're 10. Can you spank your child if you are in the UK or in Europe or in the US? They will confiscate your child and put him to a kafir family who would bring him as a Christian. So is this what you want? If your daughter wants to leave the house and go with her boyfriend and she's 16 years of age, can you stop her? If your son wants to abuse drugs and party all night long, can you do anything about it? So is this what you want for a few dollars? For a fist, a few dollars or whatever? Akhi, this is not the right way of doing it. The Prophet said, alayhi salam, Ana bari, meaning that I have nothing to do with that person who lives among the disbelievers where both of their fires can be seen from one another. Meaning that they're so close living to the disbelievers that the fire is visible. So living among the disbelievers weakens your iman, threatens your Islam, and it is not permissible. Now, if there is a reason that is valid, that is needed, maybe I would say that going for a period of time to save yourself from such trouble, if it's legitimate trouble. Not if someone, wallahi akhi, I had a fight with my wife and I hate her guts and I just want to migrate for about 10 years so that I can cool down. No, this is not a legitimate reason. If you're at a gunpoint, someone is going to kill you and you have to flee and there isn't any Islamic country that would accept you, and only this non-Muslim country that may give you shelter for sometimes, maybe. But this does not qualify you or allow you to seek their citizenship. Now you're fully fledged with them, aligning with them. This is un-Islamic. Pakistan is a Muslim country. Why to leave? Yes, if you say that it's hard, I'm not being able to sustain an honorable living, I need money, and the only place I found was XYZ, which is non-Muslim country. I'm going there to work for 3 years, 4 years maybe, and come back inshallah with enough saving. This is okay if is as described by you. But simply to go and say, Wallahi, Pakistan has a lot of trouble and corruption, and I would like to go so that I would pursue my career and have the American dream or the European dream or any kind of nightmare you want to have. No, this is not a legitimate reason, and I hope this answers the question.